This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. Earning your living executing trades from the comfort of your home seems a lot more cool than most 9-to-5 gigs. Trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you can wreck your portfolio. But with our trading instructors, BK, Soto, and Mitchell, you'll learn how to day trade the futures market. Streaming daily, 9 to 11 a.m. Free. This is a free trading education channel. The Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge, where everybody is welcome. Get in the chat, ask us questions, learn. And now your instructors. This is BK, Soto, and Mitchell.
Hey, good morning, It's Thursday, 9/19. It's 9:42 in the morning, or Eastern time. Running a little behind here, but I'm sorry for that. But let me go ahead and try to get caught up real quick and bring Soto in. Soto, you there?
Hi, buddy. Good morning.
All right, good. Good morning. All right, we'll jump right to it. You see our our legal disclaimers there. Check those out. Take time to read those. Remember, anything we do here is for educational purposes. No trade recommendations here. So everything's for educational purposes, okay? So take the time to read that disclaimer in the description below. All right, we'll go ahead and get to it. So since we're running behind here, I'll go ahead and jump to the chart here, Soto, and kind of tell me. You said you already took a trade this morning?
Yes, sir. Good morning. I took two trades already. I just got taken out of the second one. I was trying to look at. Yeah, so let me walk through the first one here real quick. Just to let you know, I have a zone here at 9:30, the 9:30 candle there.
Yeah, like it.
So I just want to be sure you got that before I start talking.
Yeah, good zone.
And then I have a zone up there from the 1019.75 to, I'm sorry, 3019.75 to 3021 flat.
Okay.
The zone there, and that's where I made my first point. I front runned it. At 30. Is that right? Am I using that term wrong?
Yeah, you know you front run it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Well, you laughed. I was like, oh, okay.
No, you're good, man.
Like everything else in life, I front run stuff. So
there you go.
I entered at 3019.5. I got my point when it got to 3018.5, and then I had the trailing. It did go down. I didn't lock the points in. Again, like I said, I'm up for the week. I'm really way up for the week.
Yeah.
And so it just unfortunately just came back and took me out. But it did go down, as you can see. My second entry was I have a zone, and that's what I was trying to look for. Where did I draw that zone from? I have a zone from the 1015.75 to 3017 flat. And I traded there at 3016.5 to go long, and it took me in. I got into the trade, I got my point, and then I got the trailing, but it came back and took me out of the trail. So I only got a point in a quarter there. So I've made 2.5, I guess.
All right, good job. Yeah, nice. Good job, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Good, very good. Yeah, that's a really good zone there at 19.5 that you got in the short off that. Rejection wick up there. That was a really good trade there.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was, and if you notice the difference, I did a front run in it, because, like you said, you know, those kind of zones are stronger or better to front run it. So I did that. I didn't front run it on the second zone. Instead, I went deeper into the zone, and I got my point there. So and then they came back to the very bottom of the zone and respected it. Right to the 3015.75, and now they're hanging out there. So I'm just waiting for them to hopefully either go down to my 9:30 candle, or if they go back up, I may consider just kind of looking at price action. I may consider another trade here from the 3019.75 to the 3021 candle area for trade.
Okay, all right. Well, we had news this morning, the Fed this morning, the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, and it was positive, so that's good. So I think we're going to have unemployment claims. There's it's a yellow flag, so not that big a deal, but it was positive. So Should be all good and pretty decent news. We got some 10 o'clock news coming out with existing home sales and the CB leading index. But it's all yellow flag stuff, so it's low impact flags, what that means. But it's good to be aware of that stuff. So we have the major news was positive, so maybe see some up. That's where we got some up run at the early this morning. At 8:30 was where it started. It took off and went long, and that's what that was from. So from news. So always got to keep an eye on that.
Absolutely.
But other than that, man, hey, good job, man, making your point. You're up 2.5 already this morning. That's good. So
Yep.
So the lesson learned right here: if you were an individual trader trading on your own, you should either move to a demo at this point or go ahead and call it a day and go do what you got to do and go enjoy the rest of your life. Don't sit here and trade all day in the live mode and give it back. So if you trade on a small account and you're trying to grow it and compound it like we teach you to do here, you either move to a demo account or you have a good day, that kind of thing. So you need to become disciplined in doing that because it makes a big difference, as your account grows. It gives you the opportunity to grow your account quicker so you're not over trading it. So anyway, so there we go. So got some price coming back in here. Where are you going to get in on this position if you decide to do it?
Yeah, you got a lot of. I got to be quick here. I'm going to go
order pending.
Right now, I'm going to go 13.5.
13.5. Okay.
Yes. While I'm adjusting, I don't want to get there. I'm going to play a little conservative here. Price is volume's decreasing, right? So it's going to be dramatically lower in this candle. We see a lot of rejection here because from the wick high of the 855 candle, we're going to expect some rejection there. So it's going to take a little break to break through that support, rather, not resistance, support. It already broke through the double top of the 910 and 915 candle. So I may, there's a lot of good touches to the top. I may go to the top of this to maybe 30.14 flat.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got an order sitting at flat, 14 flat.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I didn't want to do it right away when we were just talking just now because it was kind of moving too fast, and I didn't want to just jump in just for the sake of jumping in.
Sure.
So that's why I went down a little bit to give time to. Now I can comfortably move it up a notch here, and now I'm good. Now I'm at 14 flat.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So I would expect to see some kind of a bounce out of this area right here, where it holds or not, I don't know, but. It's having to put some orders in to get through these previous swing highs here, to kind of get down into that sideways action into our zone. So going to be cautious that it doesn't gain so much momentum that it pushes through our zone. So we just need to kind of watch it and see. But this is one I'll probably ride a little bit here if I can get into this trade. This is one I'll try to ride probably at least to the previous swing high, after the 940 high. To that other zone. So this is one I'll definitely try to be very conservative on my adjusting of my my second position.
When you say conservative, you mean, what do you mean by that?
I won't be aggressive once one ticks in. I will not be aggressive with it. I will move it up slowly. Kind of wait for the new pivot candles to form as it goes up. And then that's when I'll make the adjustments. Instead of trying to trail price quickly to get a couple points, I'll be conservative with it and let it grow slowly if it decides to go that way.
Sure.
But I'd like to see this with news being positive, and we had a pretty good up run early this morning. I expected to recover some of that, but hoping it makes a good bounce from here and at least goes and caps the previous high.
Right. Yeah, I think when you say conservative, I guess I was thinking locking in those points, right? That I thought the opposite.
Oh yeah. No. Definitely locking the first point, but as far as my trailing stop.
Locking the points as you're trading. Sorry.
Right? Yeah. I'll be slow to do that just because I feel price with everything that's happened this morning. With it should take a pretty good run, and I would think. So I'm gonna give it time to do that. I'll lock in my first point, obviously, but then I'm gonna. Be very quick to handle and manage my runner position So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be overzealous about it, and I'm gonna give it time to run. This price, I would think, should run a little bit higher, and I'll at least let it push. I feel like it's gonna at least get to our 20 zone up there,
Right.
that it rejected from, and it'll break through that. So that's a good 4 or 5 point run there. So let that do that, and then I'll start tightening it up at that point. But we'll wait to see if we get there first. So,
Right.
yeah, but
Well, I mean, I think it's good to talk about it and visual.
absolutely.
To go over mentally what you're going to decide to do now. You got to decide what you're going to do now, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
kind of strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be thinking ahead, man. What's going to happen? What are scenarios, possible scenarios here, and how we're going to handle them, and what we're looking for. What are we willing to risk? What are we looking to make? All that kind of stuff. It's good to have all that kind of conversation in place and doing that. That way, because it's kind of one way it's going to present itself one way or the other, right? It's either going to move against us and not do what we're saying, or it's going to do what we're saying. So it's good to have both scenarios covered, and have an idea of what we're talking about and why price is going to do that. So good morning, Paul. I'm glad to see you here. Sorry for the late start this morning. But I had some personal business to take care of, but we're here, and Soto's already up 2.5 points, so he's doing great this morning. I don't know if you had a chance to take any of those trades that he probably pulled out, and looking at the same stuff, but good seeing you here, man. So
See, I'm gonna. I was in the middle of preparing my oatmeal.
right.
Crank out the trade. So let me get that real quick.
Yeah, man.
Oatmeal, the breakfast for horses.
That's it. You got your peanut butter with it, or
Yeah.
just can't break old habits, can you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to. That's a good habit that I hate.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it's healthy, right? But
Right,
gosh,
right.
it's devastating. It's like that's the only thing I don't look forward to waking up. Sometimes it's okay if I don't wake up. That's just the oatmeal part. But hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But
go get
here
your
I'm
oatmeal, man. All right. All right. So if you're just joining us, thank you very much. I appreciate you checking us out. We got a late start this morning, so it's going to be kind of a short session for us today, but still, we're all right. We got plenty of the market left to see opportunities to trade, and we've already, Soto's already made the point this morning for the individual traders. Him and Soto and Mitchell are the ones we count there on the individual trader on the spreadsheet there. Those are the two guys that determine whether we make that point or not. They're both pretty newer to the system and to the method, done very, very well with it, but they're kind of more of probably the type of person that'll be chiming in on the channel here and kind of watching, and so we're going to let them show that it can be done. But he's already made his points for this morning, so that's great. So again, if you're an individual trading one contract, I don't know, $1,000 account or smaller, or well, at least $1,000 account, you need to kind of make your point if you've made that today or lost your point, whatever you've done, and then go ahead and switch to demo mode at that point. Win or lose, switch to demo. And then if you need to continue to trade, then you want to continue to trade, then go to demo mode. If not, then you made your point or lost your point, then don't want to trade anymore, then head out, man. Go do what you got to do. Go to work. Go enjoy life. Go play golf. Go whatever you want to do. But kind of get out of the front of the screen. No reason to sit here and overtrade because you're bored and you want to do something. So, but if you do want to do that, make sure you go to demo mode. Okay. All right. So we'll just kind of be patient and wait here. We got prices hanging out a little bit. We had good news this morning, so I'd expect price really to start. It took off pretty good at 8:30 this morning when news happened. We had positive news for the. Let me pull it up real quick. Positive for the Philly Fed manufacturing index report was good. It was 12 plus 12 when it was expected to be 10.9. So that's a positive. That's a positive sign. So news is going up on that note. Price went up early this morning at 8:30, and I'd imagine it continue to go up today some as well. All right, Soto, I'm going to get rid of you right here because Mitchell chimed in. He's ready.
Yeah,
So
go
I'll
ahead.
bring both of you in. All right.
Hi, guys.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
I may have to mute and run a couple times during our
Yeah, that's cool.
blog today. I've got some flowers and whatnot being delivered.
Nice. Yeah, man.
You can think of them as flowers or my entire savings from year 26 to 27.
Yeah, I'm sure. I remember all that.
That's 2 years.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Mitchell.
That's funny.
Hey, Mitchell.
Yep. Yeah, Brett.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
up?
Hey, good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
All right.
We're gonna miss you, buddy. I don't know how training's gonna go on the next couple of weeks, but
It's gonna be
tough, man.
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
You're not the zone master.
you were not. You're you were like the best spotter there is. Like, hey, buddy, there's some boom trade. Got it. You're like, oh, I didn't get to go to the trade yet because I was called out.
I'm not a good executioner, but I can spot.
Did you guys trade yesterday afternoon?
I did not.
I know Soto did, but did
No, I haven't traded in the afternoon.
I mean, I figured y'all still got together afterwards and traded.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. I don't think we haven't traded in the afternoon, and I don't know if we ever traded in the afternoon since that's a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I shut this baby down, babe.
Well, that's good.
When you make points that I make, at that point you gotta say, leave a little bit for the rest of everyone else.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I'm sure the rest of us will appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Such a good.
I mean, he honestly makes so many points that he actually swings the market at times.
He does. He influences it, doesn't he?
He prevents a lot of those stops that we expect.
Yeah. But no, I've turned my computer on in the afternoon sometimes, kind of just checking it out. But I haven't traded in the afternoon for at least a month.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's good to watch as much as you can, especially being fresh at it. It's good to watch it and kind of go over picking out zones and that kind of stuff and watch them react. It's always good to do that to give yourself extra confidence, but.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're up, definitely just.
I do review.
Yeah.
I just don't see. Yeah.
That's good.
During our first year of residency, we put about 10 hours a day into it.
There you go.
I got to the point where it was literally changing my mental well-being.
Really?
I would just be like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And I would get so frustrated, and it just took me calming down and kind of getting away from it to realize that I do enjoy it a lot.
Are you sure?
He's so.
But you don't understand. I was trying to keep up with Soda, right? So and he wanted to trade. So my training, though it was very thorough, it was just. Boom, 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 here you go.
That's good.
Because he'd be trying to trade and then having to train me, because there were a lot of times he'd be like, hang on 1 second, man. Just chill out. I'm in a trade.
I would so do that. Because I don't know why I had to stop and focus after I'm already in the trade. I didn't have to stop. But, yeah, I remember those good old days. I'd be like, we'll be like, hey, so yeah, when you look at this candle, we're expecting this. Oh, hey, hold on 1 second. I'm in the middle of a trade. Okay, got my point. All right, so anyways. Yeah, that was good old days.
The first thing he sent me was a video on Japanese candlesticks. And I remember watching that video thinking, yeah, I'll definitely do this.
It was the history.
This sounds legit, Dad. I appreciate your recommendation.
It was from the 1600s. Akaro Makotura.
Man.
Dude, that's how you have to start everything in life. You got to see where the origin is.
It was nuts, but I'm just saying, at first I was like, what? in the world.
That's how you. BDK, that's how you filter out people if they're committed to the cause.
You started back at 1600.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta. Well, seriously, because if they're not willing to do that, then they're even willing to trade. You know.
I got you. Okay. Well, that's important, man. I agree. That's important. Well,
I'm
this
stuck
is
with
Mitchell
it.
learning the trade right here, huh? With you. Is this what you're giving him? This is what he looks like?
Yes.
You see my screen?
Oh, no, let me look. Wait, let me, I don't know why it's loaded. Oh, yes, that's good.
Is that Mitchell?
That's great. That's awesome.
That's the most accurate picture I've ever seen. But I'm proud to say that Mitchell is one of the most successful traders I've ever met. Now, I've only known two, but...
Well, that'd be you want to be honest about it too. Is more than you'll normally meet when it comes to trading that are successful like that. I mean,
yeah, that's exactly
consistently successful. Yeah.
It was fun though. It kept me going. I didn't realize he was going to give me homework.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, man, this dude's intense.
Yeah, well, that's good. All right. Do you have anything going into this zone as a second opportunity?
I honestly don't hate the if you use the 940 candle and go right to the top of it like at 1975.
Yeah, you're going to definitely at least want to go to the top of it because the only money's left is above that, so unless new money comes in. But old money, it's only above that. It's not below that at this point. So, because just think about through this price can't go through. If price has already gone through, that means orders had to be filled for that to happen. So the only money that's available is above that, unless new money comes in. Okay, so make sure we kind of understand that new money could come in at any time, but old money is only above that right now. It's only possible to be above it. It can't be underneath it.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Is that because it swung, or that's the last high, correct?
Yeah.
It was triggered. Yeah, it was already triggered at the 940. That's where I made my first point this morning.
Yeah, he made his money already.
Where'd you make it?
I entered at 30.19.5 to go short, and then I made it, and then I did the trailing, but it came back and took me out. So. But I did a front running.
Yeah. So Soto's done well this morning. He's up 2.5 points already, which is great, So he should go to demo at this point, and if he's not already there, and but it's really up to him. But the point is, he's done very well. So he's, as far as the spreadsheet goes, he's nailed that for us. So.
Or do you like a trade at that 7.5 or 2.0?
I'm at a 30.20.25.
I'm gonna go
one tick above the wick high there of the 940 candle. I'll be right back. Let me get my oatmeal. I still was working on it.
Still working on it.
Yeah. Well, I had to pick up the phone.
I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. But I gotta recommend a book that was written in the early 1800s by Masahashi Homa, the Japanese rice trader. Definitely a good book by Steve Nissen that introduces the Western world of the Japanese candlestick sharding techniques. Highly recommended.
And who's it by?
Steve Nissen.
Neeson, yeah. Yeah, he's kind of considered the godfather of candlesticks in the U.S.
He's the one that brought it over to the Western world. I'm glad you know that, BK.
Yeah, man. I know a lot more than you think I do. I've done this for a long time, partner.
I know, I was kidding, BK. I'm being sarcastic.
He acts like he's the intellectual of the group. Just because you're a full-time student doesn't make you intellectual.
I'm just
Some people are always students, so that.
He's funny. He likes to mess with me, which is good.
I like messing with you. I was just doing that.
I like it. I enjoy it.
Get homeboy. The University of Cajun Raging Cajuns. That's
Raging Cajuns,
yeah. I didn't know that was a real thing, and you told me that. I didn't believe it until I looked it up.
University of Louisiana?
You can't go to Louisiana and call somebody a raging Cajun.
Sure you can, man. You call them coon asses.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they are, man. If they're real Cajun, they're called coon asses, and that's not a slang term. They don't care. They say, I'm a coon ass.
The Cajuns down in South Louisiana and the coon asses up mid-central Louisiana.
Boy, they don't have a problem with it.
I've got a few of them that are fun, and it makes me laugh. Like, we go hunting a lot together, and my word, they can get me going and laughing and be so serious about stuff.
They're good storytellers, man.
Yeah, great storytellers and cooks, but I mean, you never want to ask what is in the food. Because they made some stew one night at the hunting camp, and I made the mistake of being like, what's in there? He's like, well, I put a little turtle in there. I got some deer, got some pig, and I mean, it was like 12 different animals. I was like, oh, all right. Did better before I knew that.
Yeah. All right, well, this zone that we're looking at here is kind of just, we're not entering a trade, even though the zone's being respected a little bit. And this will be our second entry into the zone here. So our second entry we can still take. It's a little higher risk, but we can still take. But we want to take, if we end up taking a trade here, we want to take it higher than the previous high. So at 20, right there, we want to take it to either that point and hoping to get one tick out of it higher to get triggered in, or we go higher in the zone. This zone, there's not much left to it, so got to be careful here. But it would be a potential second entry out of a zone here if everything continues to line up.
And I'll say too, Brian, personally for me, and everyone's entitled to their own method, but if this candle here, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen, doesn't trigger me, I'm probably going to pull my trade.
Yeah.
I feel like now we've got, 3 or 4 candles in the zone, and that kind of stresses me out a little bit.
No, that's a good observation. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that's not really wanting to come short, and it's not willing to get up there and go short, and we've got an upward day so far, good upward move, so definitely something to be careful about and watch. So just kind of keep an eye on it, because we do have another zone here at 955 that's going to be created if price continues to move higher. And I even like the zone if it does want to come back down here and bounce a little bit out of that area. I still like the zone, actually.
But you probably wouldn't front run it.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't front run it by any means. But even though it hasn't broke the previous high, we have extra support there that's shown support already. So I would potentially look to take a trade here, but it would be deep in the zone, down about 1550 area, if I would even do it. But we'll kind of watch it and see, because it doesn't meet the criteria, so it's a little higher risk trade, even though we feel like there's going to be a bounce out of that, or I feel like there's going to be a bounce out of there. It's still a higher risk trade, so I have to really kind of be a last minute trigger if I'm going to do last second trigger, I guess, if I'm going to do it. Because we do have a zone below that. It's still active at 930, so potentially it could kind of get back into that area before it even wants to go higher, so we kind of have to be cautious here. Just probably talking through that, I'm probably not even going to mess with it. I'll wait for it to get deeper. If it's going to do it, I'll keep the zone there, but kind of talking through that scenario here, I probably won't take a trade out of this zone. If I would look, since I got this one at 930, I would probably look to front run the 930 zone at 14 1/4. I'd probably look to front run that, to be honest, if I'm going to do anything.
I like that theory.
So, since it's not going to give us the ideal looking setup at this point, since it's already created a pivot candle now, I'll probably just stay out of that altogether until we get down to our 14 1/4.
It's been a very slow week as far as morning market movement.
It's been hesitating to go directions for a while, but it's been a good week though. I mean, you guys made some good.
Oh
money,
yeah, to the point week. I'm just saying it's not like fast how it gets sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. It's been kind of
Did y'all get the cooler temperatures where y'all were at?
I did.
State? You did not. You didn't wake up to a really cool morning.
Yeah, I guess it's cooler than normal. I guess I haven't checked the temperature, but yeah, I guess I should mention it. I mean, I'm just straight across from you, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't ever remember.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, good cool morning, I guess.
It's gonna be in the 80s, hopefully. When we get married, we're marrying inside, but it's like an outside venue. I don't know how to explain it. It's like we're getting married in a stable or something.
Where's it at?
J&D Farms in Gadsden.
Yes, because I think my nephew got married right outside of Birmingham in a big farm concept. I went down there for that, and we were in the wedding, and it was really nice. But it was a big open field with a big cover, and I mean it was really nice, man. But it was right outside of Birmingham there at a farm. I can't remember if it's called J&D Farm.
Yeah, I mean
it was really nice.
It's cool. The whole concept of everyone popping off wedding venues. Sounds like a lot of work, but be a good tax write-off for your if you wanted to have a good farm.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Soto and I build our farm.
There you go. You know, Soto's basically.
Yeah.
He's got it on mute because he's eating his oatmeal. So
yeah, I know he's eating. He's chewing right now. He's laughing, listening to me chew.
Well, you think we were sitting in the room with him right there? Why you knowing what he's doing?
I told my dad the other day about him eating that apple. He's like, "Oh, I believe it."
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, I was not eating yet. I was getting some oatmeal prepared.
It's just taking you a long time to prepare that. You've been doing it for the last 30 minutes.
Well, I've been...
Ever since we started, I stopped you in the middle of it.
A man that doesn't eat out of plastic does not eat instant oatmeal. He was grinding his oats on a stone outside.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, I abhor oatmeal. The passion of how much you hate. Because you remember when I told you need to eat oatmeal?
I remember that.
And you said, and I for one choose death.
Yeah, I do remember that too. And I'm so far staying strong on it.
Yeah, I did not like it. All right, so I heard you guys talking about something about the zone. You're not liking it. Are you not liking the top zone there?
No, we're not liking it.
Yeah, I'm not taking any kind of short trade here.
All right. Good. Follow your heart.
I will, thank you.
I will.
I think if it breaks through, and I think it'll come back and create a support there. That's kind of what I'm looking for now, is that to eventually break through this top zone here, and then price action will eventually come back and use it as a support, and that's probably where I'll be looking at a trade at this point. At least from that zone anyway.
Yeah. Are you liking the 955 candle for a zone?
I've got it drawn up, but I don't think it's a good strong zone because price hasn't taken off from there and pierced our high without creating another pivot candle. So don't like it. I think there's going to get some rejection if price were to ever come back through there. I think our stronger area will be at our original 930. From that area, I think it'll slow down, but I think you'll tick below that if it were to come down through that zone. So I'm not going to I won't use it as a demand zone at this point, all because of the personally me, all because of the 1010 candle, and then the 1015.
But now, if it were to spike right here, like say this 1020 candle runs on up 782, we could turn the 1015 into a zone.
Yeah, the 10,000. What about the 1010 candle? Or 1015, 1010.
Well, I would use the 1015 just because it encompasses both candles.
Yeah.
Right, but then your hidden zone on that would be the 1010.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where I would probably place my trade at like 3017.5 or no 3018.25.
Let's see, I wouldn't, if price were to continue to go through here and close above a candle or two. I think your zone at 2025 to 2019.50 is your trade zone, your new trade zone.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, just
Which
because
one?
it was a previous zone that's been busted through, and now I expect it to come back and make support. But I would put my entry though right at 20, knowing that it's going to get down to 1915 and probably bounce off of that 1010 candle, off of your zone you're talking about.
Right.
I think price is going to reject there to the long side. I don't think it would get. I just don't feel like it would get deeper into that zone first. But that's just my feelings of it. I'll have to wait and see how this thing goes through here and continues to the long side if it does. But I feel like you're going to get all the rejection. I could absolutely be wrong. It's just what I'm thinking. All the rejection is going to happen from 19 and a quarter up to 2050. Somewhere in there.
I see what you're doing there. You're looking at those wicks all in that area right there.
Yeah, because that was a zone that was a zone. It's still a zone. So on my chart on the screen, I have it drawn as a zone there from the previous day's, candle. So that's the zone that Soto took off his first trade out of at 940. That was a zone that's been busted. I expect that area right there, and it gives me more confidence because of what you just talked about, the 1015 candle and the 1010 candle, right? That gives me more confidence as there's a lot of buyers going on right there. So with that zone being right above that, actually button up against that, I would think that there would be, if price continues to go higher and show some strength, I would suggest that's where they would come back and find some support right back in that zone right there again to continue to go long. So it would be the top of that. So what I would actually do is front run the zone that you pointed out there at the 915 candle. I mean the 1015 candle.
Right, so you'd go at like 19.
I'd go to
25, 1950.
No, I'd go in at 1975. I'd front run it.
You'd front run a big time.
Yeah, well, it's not big time. What's the high of that candle? 1925. So
19.
Yeah. So I'd go 1950 to 1975. I'd front run it. Yeah, I'd front run it in 1975 just because of all the old resistance that's there.
Right.
I would go ahead and get in early just so I could. I just don't think it's going to get back in. I don't think it's going to get down into 17 and 3/4 or 18 and a quarter. I just don't feel like it would get that deep with all that up there.
And it hasn't been punching real hard today anyway.
Yeah, nothing's been punching exactly. So you kind of want to watch price action. There's not a whole lot of strong commitment right now either way. The only real commitment was this morning at 8:30 when you had the news. Candles took off there and went to the long side. But we are getting a little bit of movement. So if this second candle that's happening right now at 1025, if we can get a break of this previous candle at 1020 and kind of get some higher legs, I would kind of still continue to go in at the 1950 to 1975 spot for a bounce. So that's just my thoughts on what I'm seeing develop right here and how price is moving. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
I hear you. I like it. That was informative because I've never really thought about that. Once I, like a zone's been triggered and then I make a new zone, say up under it, which is probably totally incorrect. I typically will delete the old zone and use the new zone that's near it. You see what I'm saying? Like if another one forms really close, the old one's dead to me. I'm like, okay, you're gone. New one. That's the one I'm playing with.
Yeah, that's good. I actually don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's nothing wrong with that.
So I didn't even have that other zone still, and that's why I was looking at these candles. Yeah. Oh, man, you are. But I see it now because I still have the 940 little mini zone we made, and it encompassed some of that other zone, and there's some uncapped money up there. Yeah, 20.
Okay, yeah.
And then again at 19. 19 very strong. It's one. It has two uncapped, but there's orders all the way across it.
Yeah. Well, that would give me good confidence then that 1975 to 1950 is a good zone to get
Right.
shots out of. If it goes down and caps at 19 even,
Mhm.
bounce pretty fast out of that, I would think. So 1950. With that being said, because I'm not looking at order flow, so 1950 would probably be my entry if I were to go in right here. Would be at 1950.
That's what I looked at 1950, and then my conservative side said go down one tick.
Sure.
So somewhere at 50, 25, 75 is a no-go for me.
Yeah.
It scares. Just because I've never done a two-tick out like that.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Soto took him 2 weeks to get me to go one tick outside the zone.
It really did.
He'd be like, just do it, man. Like, no. Absolutely not. Why did I draw the zone if I'm going to trade outside of it?
I wasn't telling him what to do. I was just educationally telling him what to do.
Well, you would just be like, you're missing out on like 8 trades a day. It's all good. You didn't lose any points, but take them. So then I took one. I still don't love it. Scares me.
You know, telling Mitchell to go outside, one tick outside the zone, it's like inviting somebody to church for the first time. You get so nervous, you hope everything goes great. You're like, okay, everything needs to be perfect, music needs to be good, the sermon needs to be great.
Yeah, you don't want your priest to pull out a route and start dancing.
Yeah, the first, when you invite somebody, it needs to go really good. And that's how I felt, like the pressure was on, like, oh my gosh, like, this better work out today.
That's a good analogy, yeah, because we've all been there.
I do want to go to one of those snake churches one time. They have some in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. I have no desire for that, man.
I just want to experience, like, I've watched so many documentaries and things on it. I mean, it fascinates me. I mean, they hold highly venomous snakes and dance around with them. I mean, they drop like flies. A lot of them pass away. I mean, it's a pretty risky life choice.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't understand what's the.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I mean, what is it? That's what it's about.
They claim that it's like literally being close to God, and like it because the snake is the natural enemy. It's basically like God showering His love and protection over the preacher, proving that he is speaking God's true will. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a vetting process, that in a weird analogy, if you use it like that, like them dancing around with the snakes is proving to the congregation that, hey, this is what's going on.
I'm protected from the snake.
Yeah, until,
The guy, the snake turns on him, he dies later that day in the hospital. This is a true story.
This is very true, yeah. Bit him on the head, he just fell over.
Because, I've thought about...
they won't seek medical attention, BK. When they get bit, seriously, when they get bit, they think that if God's intention is for them to pass away, then that's His intention. And they ride it out, bro.
Their arms swell so much. They're like, it's fine.
It's nuts. But anyway, I go visit this place in Kentucky every year for a hunting trip, and they have a few of those churches around. No one will go with me, though, and I just don't think that's a place you can walk up in by yourself. They probably know everybody that goes. So I haven't been able to attend, but one day I'll have somebody in camp that'll be like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah, you can't just go by yourself.
Absolutely not.
You're a target at that point.
Target for what? I mean, what are you
I don't want to speak on behalf of the church here, but you don't want to be that guy.
Okay.
I'm kind of liking this right here for a 13. I may do the 1925.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of pulling up my order flow here because I'm going to try to go ahead and look at it.
Yeah, I'm already in the trade, guys.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to 1925. So
Yeah,
1920?
1925.
I'm at 50 here, so we'll see if I can get pumped in.
Yeah, you just got it, right? 1950?
No, I didn't. It bumped it, but it didn't put me in.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I see what you're talking about. Uncapped, pretty heavy at 19 even and at 19 and a quarter. So kind of watch that. A lot of orders to load.
You have different order flow than I do, don't you?
No, I'm using. I do have a different one, but I'm not using that one. I'm using the one you're using.
See, and I don't like how it drew up right there, because that makes me think that it may come on down a little further. Is that a correct mindset or
Well, I
not
think it's going
really?
to come down further. It needs to come down further to get those orders. My only concern is, yeah, I see where you're talking about earlier that there's still a lot of uncapped down here in the 17s.
Yeah, that's 1775, and that's sitting on a bunch of VPOCs.
Yeah,
Or
that's
is
right
it,
above the VPOC of that candle, and there's a lot of VPOC around there. So I can see that why it would make you nervous. I think you can get the bounce, and that might have been the bounce. It might not have.
well, I have to go for just a second and load up a vehicle. I will be back.
No problem.
All right, buddy.
So did you get your point there?
I did. Yep, just got it.
Yeah, good job. Okay.
Hopefully he'll turn around here. If not, we'll see.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Order
I'm
canceled.
a full mine right now. I think that was it's a good entry. I was talking, never got in it because that's where I liked it originally. It was at 75, and that's where you got in, right?
No. Let me see. Wait.
Or even 20 even.
20. 20. No. Yeah, 20 flat. 20 flat.
Yeah, you got it at 20 flat. Okay.
Sorry, there's.
That's all right. You got your point out of it?
I did. It locked into 1 point.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, we've got a lot of trapped buyers right now. So up there on the 1020, there's a lot of trapped buyers right there. So price might go back up there and get them. So we'll see.
Yeah. Sorry, I happened to mute and unmute the mic because I'm eating oatmeal, so I don't want to.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
That's why I'm delayed on responding. I probably should just not eat while we're trading.
Why don't you eat before you trade?
Okay.
That's all right, man. No worries. Do what you got to do, man.
I know, man. I know. I'm very unprofessional. I got.
That's fine. You do what you got to do, man. A lot of people need to eat right now, probably. No worries. And I'm just talking out loud anyway, so unless I ask you something specifically, I'm just kind of talking out loud. So
Yeah.
my thoughts. That's all. So. But yeah, at this point though, I'm just going to be patient and wait. I've already missed the opportunity for this little bounce there. Already missed that, so I'm not going to chase the trade. Soto got in at the right position and he got his point by 1 tick, which was good. That's all you need. He got it, and so he's up 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 for today. So that's great so far.
3.75.
3.75. Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so we're just going to be patient and wait for price to get back into one of our areas deeper into the zone, or let it bust out and go long here. Let price kind of get some energy one way or the other.
Hey, I'm back. It was FedEx and not who I thought. So back for a little while. But where did you trade, Soto? Did you go at 20 or 25?
30,
20
flat.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. Flat. Yes.
That is a good spot. I had looked at it, but that is for the bold and the beautiful.
Yeah.
You
I
can-
took, let's see,
2 ticks.
2 ticks of the, yeah. But yeah, so I guess the better price would have been at where you guys were at 1975.
Well, no, I didn't get in. That's why I
did, I'm sorry, you didn't get
originally
in.
should have got in right there, but I missed it at that point. I went 1 tick lower. And I
That was it was really informative to hear you talk about that because it did like exactly what you said, and then I'm kind of looking at what this looks like and how it acted, so I can repeat that in the future.
Exactly, make a picture of it because that's pretty common.
And so it just came from the fact that there were two zones right near each other and one that we had used before.
Right.
So much to learn.
That'll come, man. You guys are doing awesome, so I'm gonna stay with it.
Who knows how good I'd be if I ate oatmeal and fed my brain.
Yeah.
That's why, again, you guys make fun of me, but here I go. Now, had I lucked the other points, which I'm not complaining I didn't do it, but because this one ticked me out, it came back, the 1 point, the one tick lock in, it came back and ticked me out, so I'm not in the trade anymore, right? But man, if I would have locked in the last 3 trades, it went up to 1 point and a quarter or whatever, man, I would have been like over 7 points there, but no big deal. Don't worry about it.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I wasn't saying like I'm complaining. Like I said, I'm willing to wait for the run since I'm up for the week.
Right. And that's it, man. That just comes to your personality, man. I mean, if you like locking in points and not catch a big runner, that's okay. But I think once you catch your first big runner, you're gonna kind of be. And that's what I'm saying. Once you catch your first big runner, even 7, 8, 10, 12 points, you're gonna be like, dang, I need to do this every time, and then it'll give you more confidence to know you're going to miss a lot of little points here, 2 or 3 points here, which do add up. But since you've already made your point, your strong point for the day, and that's kind of your goal, since you've already done that, you're going to, once you get that first big runner, you're going to start saying, okay, I'm willing to wait for that runner because it's exciting, to keep watching it go, and price starts taking off fast in that direction for that runner, you start getting really excited about it, So I understand why you're kind of kicking yourself a little bit because you could be double what you are. So I understand, man, but just hang in there, man. Make a few points at a time, but hang in there, and you'll catch that long runner, and then you'll be on board with it from here on out.
Yeah. No, and I wasn't complaining. I wasn't saying, since I'm off the week, I've already decided, I'm willing to not lock those, few points in. But I still have not got a run. I want to get a 10-point run.
Yeah.
So
you'll get it.
I just want to make a few points.
You'll get them too. So.
I want to get 1 point, guys.
Just a couple, regular points. Not trying to get fancy with it. I'm kidding. No, I like it too. Soto and I had this long discussion the other day on probability of catching big runners or locking in, making a mental note that, hey, when it gets to 2.5, I'm locking it in because they'll add up faster than you can catch big runners.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we even knew what we were talking about, but it sounded highly educated. Yeah, it sounded great. We were like, yeah, that's what we're going to do from now on, even though neither one of us has done it.
Big K, you're that guy that nobody likes when they meet him, that they start talking about how they can run marathons. Because nobody else has done a marathon right in the room except you, right? You're like, yeah, man, I love marathons, bro. I ran one yesterday. I ran to the marathon, right, in Chicago. Yeah, you guys into that? No, I am lucky if I can walk to my mailbox without taking a break, okay? So, yeah, we have not experienced the 10-point run, so that's why we can't, like you just said, we can't celebrate. We can't understand it yet because we haven't experienced it yet.
Sure.
So we haven't got the undershot.
And I understand that, but you will if you just be patient. But I can understand you want to lock in a couple points here and there too. I got that. But I would say at this point, Soto, since you're up 3, almost 4 points, I would tell you to try to. This is a good opportunity for you to try to wait for a runner.
Right.
But well, I get you. I understand what you're saying.
You guys saw that lady that swam the English Channel 8 times or something?
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't leave my house that day. And she swam the English Channel. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
I do like to swim.
I'm sorry, you're a swimmer?
Not like a competitive swimmer, but like that's my form of exercise.
Well, you get about to go to Bali, man, where you're living on the water.
I know, right?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, man.
I was looking at real estate there yesterday, man. There's some beautiful real estate there.
It's pretty. It's very, very pretty. It is pretty pretty. But it's also a long way over there.
Yeah, it is.
They have whale sharks, and this time of year they're pretty active. So I would like to snorkel or scuba dive with a whale shark. I do weird things.
Say, hey, man, you can go shark diving with Soto in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Not in Mexico, in San Diego.
Oh, you chose not to go there. Okay.
Yeah, I chose to. Yeah, let's say $300, but die.
I have a good friend that did South Africa, and he did the cage diving with the great whites.
Yeah.
And he said it was the most intense experience he's ever had in his life. And I mean, this is a guy that skydives, and I mean, fear is not in his vocabulary. And he said he was literally shaking the whole time, but you just look, they chum above your head, and the great whites come from up under. And he said you just look out and it's dark blue. You can't really see anything. And you just see this massive creature just emerge and just bolt straight up out of the water.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Because if they wanted to, they can get in there.
He said there is no doubt that cage cannot protect you.
That cage is, at this point, it's just there like a safety, mental safety net, you know?
Well, he said what's pretty common is the shark will flop on top of the cage.
Didn't I tell you that? BK. They
can actually break the arm, and then the cage just goes down.
No.
I got an order just so y'all know, 21 and a half.
All right, good.
I'm looking at 2.5.
Okay.
But I'm all over you.
I look at it with a bounce at 2.5, so I'm front running it. So I feel like it's going to bounce at 2.5. So I'm looking for it to get one tick in and then move. But we'll see. But I got an order sitting there right now, but I'm watching it closely.
Is 22 flat too high to run it?
No, you got it.
I mean, I wouldn't call that front running it, but I'd say that.
I'd call that shooting in the dark, but yeah.
That's good. I'm a 21.
3/4.
I'm at 21.25 and hold true.
I'm 21.25 plus 2.5 plus 0.25. So, yeah, you're at 21.5, you said?
Yeah.
He's at 5, and I'm at 2.
I'm with you there.
Well, that's good, so.
What's that?
I'm with you, buddy.
You're on the half. All right. So let's see.
Let's see what happens.
If it breaks as high, I'll move it.
Move it up.
Yeah, if it breaks that, if it goes up above, I'll pull it.
I'm craving, since I had those Jack's biscuits and gravy the other day, I've been thinking about every day.
I had some of that this morning on the way back from my meeting.
Don't say it.
And a side of bacon, man. Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Gosh, that's so good.
That's double gravy and biscuit and a side of bacon, buddy. That was good.
I've been thinking about it for 4 straight days.
Well, I enjoyed it for you. It was
That sounds really good. Did you eat at the restaurant, or you get it on the drive-thru?
No, I got it at the restaurant. I actually stayed in there.
Okay. You got gravy?
My meeting only lasted 7 minutes, so It's one of those good
So
ones.
you spent literally more time eating breakfast than you did at
I did, yeah. Which
I'm
I
glad
like.
you're
I like those.
cops.
I like those meetings, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got biscuits. You got 2 biscuits and gravy with a side of bacon and what else?
And a Coke.
And I'm glad of that.
Some really good stuff for you.
You
That's
finished
all
that.
you need right there. That's breakfast of champions.
That's right.
Yeah. I love biscuits and gravy.
Oh, me too, man. Whoever came up with that was on point that day.
Yeah. See, I don't know how you got people that came up with biscuits and gravy, right, which is amazing, right? And then somebody somewhere came up with oatmeal. Like who said, "Hey guys, we have nothing better to eat. Let's eat this oatmeal."
Only thing worse than oatmeal is cream of wheat.
You know, I've never had it. I've never had it.
Oh, go get you a little jug of that.
I'm good. What is that? What is
It's oatmeal, but with wheat instead of oats, and then you use milk. And it's basically like if you were to take a bowl of mini wheats and let them sit all day, and then warmed them up. That's what it would taste like. Like those frosted mini wheats, you know what I'm talking about?
I love frosted mini wheats,
Yeah, but let it sit all day and turn it into just
That's disgusting,
a
man.
big pouch, and then warm it up, and that's cream of wheat basically. It's sick. It is.
that sounds bad.
It's a northern thing, like a New England thing, not a. We're more grits down here. Oatmeal's more center mass, and then up north it's cream of wheat.
Yeah. I love the South food.
I don't really care for a grit. I'll be honest with you.
I don't like
Southern food is the way to go.
I mean, cheese grits with some shrimp in them. I know you don't like that, BK, but that's decent. But I'm not trying to get on a big bowl of grits in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I just like good old bacon and eggs, man.
Yeah, that's me.
Gravy, man. Just give me
Just some hearty breakfast, yeah. Yeah. See, and I don't do sweet breakfasts either. A lot of people love donuts and cinnamon rolls. I can take it.
I'll eat those too, but I eat all the bad stuff.
My dad, when he used to be a cook, he used to talk about the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about those too.
I was like, how do you make the food? He's like, well, it's 75 pounds of flour, 62 pounds of sugar. I was like, oh gosh, that's so much.
You know, Mitch, I don't know if you knew this, but your dad and I actually did a little cooking together.
Y'all did a little culinary together? That's awesome.
Yeah, we did. We did some sweet baking. So
He has really expanded his horizons here in the last 4 years.
The sweet baker.
Yeah.
sweet baking.
He's learned a lot.
I was only doing it for 2 weeks, but yeah.
No, he got shafted for a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
They're trying to make an example.
Yep.
Cracks me up.
They would be doing all this work, and I've already did my part, so it's not like I didn't work, right? But my part just ended before everyone else. And I would be drinking milk and eating the stuff we just made. Everybody's working. I'm like, it's like, guys, but I'm already done
to a
with
quarter. I'm dropping mine down to a quarter.
You
Hey,
know,
come down here with
I'm
me.
gonna drop down to a quarter because I don't like the double top there. So I'm gonna let it try to get a little deeper.
I even thought about going to a hole. 21 even.
Yeah, 21 even. Yeah.
But I'm gonna stay with you at a quarter.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a little bounce off of that. Those.
I'm not going, but I don't like that wick up top on the last candle. But I'm gonna just pretend it doesn't have it.
That's a good way to trade. Just pretend it doesn't exist. There you go, Mitch. You got it, man.
I'm in the trade guys.
You're in it.
I'm in to win.
He's probably about to make his point,
10
jerk.
out of half. All right.
Yeah, that would be correct. 21.5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gotcha.
That's what happened, man. You said you moved it? You said you moved yours?
Yeah.
BK, are you in the trade?
No. I went to a quarter, man. I said that
Okay.
before the trade happened. So
You got to listen more, bro.
No, I'm saying, I'm sorry. Sometimes it picks you up without passing you, so I was wondering if you got picked up.
no, I moved it early on.
Yeah, good.
But we'll see. Hopefully it bounces for you and goes on.
Yeah, I'm glad that, I'm sure you guys are sharing for me.
I am cheering for you, man.
I really am. I hope you get another 5 today.
BK, you are a true supporter, emotional supporter. You're a true fan. I know Mitchell though. Mitchell's like, I hope this thing goes down. Mitchell's like, I'd rather lose, but as long as you also lose, I'm good.
No, just one tick. That's all I need. Just.
Yeah, I don't think this is pushing hard enough out of here. It's not. Let's see if it went to 75 there. I don't know. Let's
That's
see.
a concern right now. It's bumping up. Yeah, I guess other VPOCs. So to the long side.
There we go.
Come on, one more tick. One more tick for you.
Yep.
Yeah, if it goes on.
There we go. I got my point.
Did you
Good
get
job,
it?
Soda.
Good job, man.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, if it goes above this VPOC here, I'm probably out. I'm probably gonna move my order.
Got my point. And hopefully this takes off 20 points north, which is not looking that way. Should I lock it in?
It's up to you, dude. I mean,
See now, I feel like the pressure. Why do you have to say that it's up to me? I know it's up to me. That's what I'm asking you.
well, why are you asking me then if it's up to you?
Because I'm asking your advice. I'm like, hey, buddy, what will you do, buddy?
Well, I already told you. I'm
I mean,
already
I already
up.
told you
I'm
he tried to
already
catch runners.
Yeah, I'm already up 4 points, man, for the day.
I'm
So.
ready.
Remember we talked about this yesterday. Most people will tell you one time.
All right, I'm out.
Order
So,
canceled.
Are you in the trade?
No, I'm pulled my trade at this point. I'm
Oh, you
wait to
pulled the
see.
trade. You pulled the trade.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to see. I don't like it bumping against that VPOC. It's either gonna push a high and go or reject, and I don't either way.
Yeah. If this doesn't push much, I may just lock in at 1 point. I don't know if this is going to break.
Let me just tell you, if it breaks above that double top high, then you stay in the trade, man.
We're golden, right?
Yeah, stay in the trade. If it does that,
I'm going to stay in. I'm just going to stay in.
I think that's good. So,
It's just a point, right?
yeah, it's just another point.
Just a point and a quarter now. But no big deal. I'm not sweating it.
I hope not.
Son of a gun, it's a point and a half.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding, man. I'm like a 1 point and a quarter guy now. I get a point and a quarter like the last 4 trades I've had.
Well, that's good. That means those quarters added up to another point.
I know, right? I know. This is why I took this title. I'm kidding.
Oh man, just like a woman. Well, no, women make better traders than we do.
I know my mom would kill this.
Yeah, I mean, they do. That's a proven fact. Women are better traders than men.
She is so pragmatic. It's insane.
So many women just don't do it. You know, they don't know about it. They don't think they can do it, and they're actually better off than we are. Better because they don't have the emotional.
She's a better
ego that we
accountant
do.
than men. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
She's
The big thing about women is they don't have the ego. To most women anyway, don't have the ego that men have. You know, they don't try to chase it, try to be in because somebody else is in, or what have you. I don't want to get in. If there's other guys are making points, they will try to jump in and make points, and that's just not how it is. Women would be like, okay, this is my rules. If it meets, I'm in. If I'm not, I'm not. I don't care what you do or not.
Exactly
You know?
my mom right there. Yeah. You tell her a rule and she will follow.
Yeah, and she'll make a better trader because of it. So if I ever started a hedge fund, which I've started before, but if I did another hedge fund, I'd have majority women traders. I absolutely would. I take women that they don't have to be CPAs. They don't even have to ever been anything to do with finance, and I would teach them how to trade, and they would be better traders than men as a whole. So.
I agree with that. I told her that when I first learned this.
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, you would be the best of all of us.
Yep.
She does like to go to a little casino every now
Does she?
and then.
Does she? Well, hey, I like doing that.
She will. She'll play.
she's one of those people that I'm like, all right, Mom, I'll be back here in a couple hours to check on you. She's always fine. The next morning, she's walking in the hotel room well past daylight.
Pocket full of money, probably.
Yeah, she's like, well, I was just having fun.
What did she play? Did she do slots or did she have table games?
She plays table games a little bit, but she loves the slot machine.
Yeah.
So, I'm still in this trade. It hasn't taken me out yet.
That's good.
I'm really hoping we get a straight shot here, but
I'll make a run back down to 125, to be honest with y'all.
let me ask you this. If I want to put a trade in right now below where I entered at, am I able to do that safely here without affecting my trade?
Well, it's going to average your position, so it'll be, if you put a point in, like a point below where you're at right now.
No, because it would take me out if I put a trade in.
It won't take you out. No, if you put another buy order in, it won't.
No. I'm saying, sorry. If it gets down to my new position that I put in, that means it already would have taken me out.
That's correct.
I take it into profit law.
Yeah, that's
so.
correct.
But I can do that. Okay.
Yeah. If you feel like another entry's there, then absolutely.
Okay. I'm doing one right now at 21 flat. I may move it, but as of right now, it's 21 flat.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. Because you agree or disagree with that call?
No, I think that's a good one. I think there's orders there to be filled. There's a VPOC there, and I think that's probably why he's doing that. Mitchell?
Yeah, there's two VPOCs stacked at 20.75.
Yeah. So I figure that's why you're doing that. So I think that's probably a good order there. As long as volume stays low and
that's one reason. That was my confirmation. I also like the doji with the big rejection down low.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I typically would step down. I would either place my order on the bottom of that doji, or I would step down one tick.
Yeah, which you're stepping down one tick at this point, right?
Yeah. So
I
that's kind of three things that I've done in the past. Like I said, if that doji wasn't there, I would not even be thinking about this trade. But that kind of is what triggered my brain to say, hey, there may be a trade right there again. And maybe that's wrong, I don't know.
No, I'm with you. I think this is a congested area of support. It's just a matter where either price is going to say just completely blow through it, because it wants to get lower for some reason, or it's going to continue just to kind of bounce around in there, and you just got to find where it's going to bounce from to give you your point, because there's a lot of support there. So I like the idea of where you're trading at 21 flat because of the order flow, and I don't have a problem with the doji, they being there with volume staying low. I think if the trade happens, it would happen there. We might have missed it already, but
right.
BK, we're like I said, I'm still in this trade. I'm trading, right? And it's been stuck here for the last 5 minutes. It was taking between 0.75, 0.5, 0.75, 0.5. Now it's going up to 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter right now. So this is just thinking out loud here. Just if this breaks, and I think you already said this, I'm just kind of saying it out loud again. If this breaks that that high, I think at 23.5.
Yeah, it's getting ready to break high because it's sitting on a lot of VPOCs right now, so it's getting ready to go higher. But
if this breaks through that, I may be in for a run here.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Just if the market wants to jump on board, yeah.
Why are you talking this on negative? What can you just agree? Like, hey, I think
you say yes.
I'm kidding, man.
I said yes.
And that's going to take me out because you were like, no, man, I think they're going to come back and take you out. Then they're going to go long.
Well, they're going to come feed off that 1975, and then, they're going to go long. Because that's what I want to happen.
BK, I want to remove my stop so bad. I just want to move it down.
That's good. I think you should. I think you should just take it off completely, personally.
Just take it off, right?
I mean, you're up, 5 points? Go ahead.
Take it off, man.
All right, just take me out.
Yeah, take it off, dude.
Take it.
No need that you have it open, honestly.
All right, guys. So I'm up 5 points for the day.
Yeah, you're killing it. That's good.
Yep. Big deal. Oh, see, it removed. Okay, so this is where I'm confused at. So it took me out, right? But it removed my position that I had in at a 21 flat.
Okay.
So the trade I put in, why did it remove?
I don't know. You should start
I'm not
customer
sure.
support.
Just put it back in, man. I don't know why it would have done that. Just put it back in.
I did. I just did. I'm in the 21 flat right now. You guys are 21. Where are you at, BK?
I'm in at I got in at 22. I tried to chase that price right there. I'll base off of the I'm doing a little different trade though. I've got a little longer trade got to go here. So, but you guys are doing the right method. I'm gonna jump for a bigger move though. Y'all stay with
He's gonna let the boys play, and he's gonna do some work. So.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's exactly right.
I'm in the trade.
I'm gonna let my trade run. I'm gonna let it breathe and let it run. I'm not too worried about it either way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna kind of put a different little method in here. But you guys are at the right position at 21, I think. Is that where you're both at? Still at 21?
I'm at 21 still. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you keep it there and leave it there at 21.
Yeah. Listen about that.
Yeah, of course he did. Where you in, Soto?
I'm at 21.75.
Oh, okay. So you feel?
Did they read your nursery rhymes or stories when you were in boarding school?
You're stressing a little bit, then, aren't you, buddy?
There it is. This is why. Yep, I lost. So I'm down.
Yeah. You're down to 2 points now, huh?
Yep.
You just gave back. You had 5, and you're down 3. You're up 3 still, right?
Yep.
All right, good job.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're in there. I like it.
You in, buddy? Where you at? Going in at 21 flat?
Yeah, I'm in at 21 flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if it bounces off that area there.
Yeah, because there's a rejection here.
Yeah, we're in the.
Don't jinx anything.
It's going to go right down to the 30-20, because there's some good support there. That's where I'm trading at. But, yeah, I'm at 20 flat.
Right.
Well, that's where it's going to bust me unless I move my stop.
Oh, move your stop.
I'm kidding.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm in the trade.
It busted me.
Yeah, this is not good.
I'm going in at 19.25.
No, don't jump in, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not liking it.
19.25 is where it's at.
All right, buddy.
If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's true, man. That's true. Way to be there. Yeah, I went at 20 flat. I didn't like that flash, and I always don't like those flashes. They just. I wish we had a stronger rejection out of this, but still or not. I think they're going to push through a little more.
We're going to go to 19.25.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Come on.
How many more you need?
2. 1, 2. I think I'm going to close it at that 0.5 there. They're going to go deep. They're going to go. I think they might go down to the other zone at 9.55 area.
I think they're going to go to 18. They're going to go to 18.
There we go. Where are you at?
I can't decide if I want to stay where I'm at or go down to 18.25.
I'm not liking it, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to 18.25. Yeah, I'm going down to 18.25.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, it would have picked me up had I been at 19 down there, which, I mean, there's a lot of uncapped money right there.
Yeah.
But with that previous candle being just a hard push like that, I don't like that.
Right. Yeah, so I got out of, when I went up, I only locked in a tick on those two. So I got
I'm going down to 18.25, and that's where I'm going to be. If we, I mean, if I get in the trade, I feel like it will bounce out of there. There's BPOX and some uncapped, which I'm starting to realize the uncapped really isn't as important as we thought it was.
See what it does here. So right now I'm netting 3.5 points. I gotta be careful.
I would go at 18.25 or 18 even.
Stop filled.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might be right. Let's see what happens here.
Originally I said 17.75, but I'm going to pull down one so that I'm going to 18 even. Come on, push.
Oh, are you looking at Big Kid's chart? He has, I think, price action, VPOP. I mean,
Order flow?
order flow. I haven't seen it in years. I forgot how it looks like. Yeah. It looks like he was taken out. I think he out of his trade there. Yeah, you said 18.5.
18 anywhere. I mean, I think 18.5 is a little bold, but like really 2.5, 18 even, and 17.75 are all really good little spots.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't feel comfortable right now going there, so I'm not going to trade. I'm not saying it's not good. I don't know. I'm not liking it right now.
That's all good.
But it's because I think I had a close header earlier that last trade, which I hate doing, but I'm glad I did. I would have lost had I not closed down. So.
Well, hey, all right. Looks like Bryce decided to come on back, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It did not be. It was not our friend.
Yeah. I locked it in at 0.5 profit, but it only gives you a tick of profit.
Okay, well, that's better than a loss, isn't it?
That is. Yes, that is. So yeah, I'm at 3.5 net for the day.
Yeah.
Mitchell was calling out 18 and a quarter here, and I think that's a good spot. I don't feel like trading right now. Are you going based on the 10-10 candle? Is that what you're doing?
Who, me?
Mitchell? Yeah.
Yeah, a combination of the 10-10 and then the 10-15. I'm kind of, and even the 10-05, I'm kind of using the three of those and coming up with like a good little average on them.
Right.
Which I think is 18 flat right now with this current
That's
candle.
right. I'm at 18 flat for another possible entry here.
So I've got an order sitting there at 18 flat. I think
We have volumes slightly increased.
that's why I dropped it a little lower. I mean, 18.5 is the Soto trade.
Yeah.
18.5.
I mean, it looks good. It's tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really kind of seeing what happens here.
See, with it driving up like this, I may even drop down to 1775. Just see, I was told early on not to chase price, so what I do is I run from it.
That's it. Don't trace it, man.
I run the other way. It's like, oh, I'm going to drop down a little bit. I'm going to drop down a little bit. We'll push up a little bit. I'm going to go up a little bit.
Order canceled.
I just hate losing by 1 tip. If I lose, man, I want to lose. I want to be like, man, there's no way I could have gotten that.
See, I disagree. I don't know. I'd rather, if I lose by a tick, that makes me, that's easy to fix, right? I'm like, okay, I was right area, wrong spot. I need to work on a more precise entry. But if I'm off by 20 points or whatever, 10 points, 5 points, that's
see, I just blame that on the market.
Yeah, I guess.
Order pending.
Really did what I'm supposed to do.
So I'm going to move all the way down to 1675. So I'm gonna front run. I'm gonna front run our old original zone there.
Yeah, 955.
Yeah. I'm gonna front run that. Just gotta be patient and wait, and let it gain some strength from there if it's gonna go long.
I got two orders in 1775, 1650.
1650. Yep, gotcha.
But the 1675 is a really, really bomb spot. I mean, that's as good as it gets. 1675, but
yeah,
I've lost one for today. Actually, you could even go 17 flat.
You could, yeah, for it to just cap at that 1675. Yeah. But I've taken a loss for today as well, so I'm going to be, and I had a little bit wider stop on there because I was looking for a bigger run, so I'm going to be patient here, and I'm willing to go one more time at that 16 3/4. Did you get in on the auto trader last night?
You know me, brother.
You didn't?
No, I had Mountain's mom's birthday. Well, I came straight from work and I had to meet them for a birthday party. And, like, I don't have a server or anything, so the whole not having internet is really,
You don't have internet at home?
Well, I do, but what I'm saying is I didn't come home. Yeah, I went straight there.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I was turning it on at work. I was about to let it start going, and then I was like, gosh, I can't. I got to shut it off because I got to go over here. So I may just buy another computer and set it up at work and let it just sit there and run.
Gotcha.
How did it do yesterday?
It did okay. I mean, it missed our target, but it got 5.5 points. The trailing stop closed it at 5.5 points, so. Which was good because it got about 2 points away from our target and then came all the way back, so at least locked in 5.5 points, which was good.
But I'm definitely running it Friday.
I'm leaving it there for 2 weeks while I'm out.
No, I'll run it every. See, my thing is I just don't have time for life right now.
So what you need to just be able to say, I want to do the auto trader, click it, pay for it, or you already pay for it. But I mean, you just say I want to do the auto trader, and then it run off a virtual server for you, so you never have to enter in position. You don't ever have to turn it on or off.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Just because like my schedule is so hectic. Like I mean. I work during the day, and then in the evenings I'm, doing lawn care or whatnot. And then lately with this wedding, I mean, I'm running around like an idiot. And so I just don't have time. I mean, I'm never at the house. Like I come in and grab, choke down a rice cake with some turkey on it and run out the back door.
Guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
But yeah. it's going to be different here. Everything will kind of slow down, hopefully, when I get back from this, and I'll be able to focus on all my priorities. Because this is definitely what I want to focus on.
Sure.
It's just I'm being robbed of all my time.
Oh yeah, I understand.
So, but no, when I'm overseas, man, I am going to be running it. I'll just have to figure out how to do the time.
Yeah.
It should still be fine because my computer's running off, Eastern.
Right.
So it shouldn't change when I'm over there.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's something I've been thinking about changing, actually adding to the Auto Trader is a full-time configuration, to where somebody would just pay for the Auto Trader and they never have to even look at it again. It would be put on the private server and it would constantly change it on its own for the day,
Right.
the parameters, so somebody would never have to even do that part of it.
Right.
Because each day is different, time frame when it needs to run and all that. It's different, and it's going to continue to change as the market changes. The parameters will end up changing. So
Now, does it auto update itself, or will we change the parameters as the market changes?
You'll have to change the parameters as I gave you the new parameters, because it runs in the background now 24/7, constantly searching as the market changes, constantly testing and changing and putting the ideal moves as far as the stop losses and target profits. And once I see a significant change in those, then that's when I would send out the new changes. But I'm saying if I go ahead and just create a full automated fully automated auto trader, then you would never even have to worry about that. It would automatically do it itself on a virtual server 24/7. And that's the ideal thing for probably most people, but that costs just a little bit more to get done up front. But
no problem. And like I said, it's just my current situation. I mean, I stay busy. Don't get me wrong, but this has been unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it's to be expected, man. You're about to get married, so you're doing a lot of stuff right now. So I get it.
But
Yeah.
it's one of those things. My dad just thinks I should sleep less. He's like, "Well, son, you just don't sleep as much." I'm like, "Dad, I sleep 4 hours a night. That's 4 hours. You can get some stuff done."
Yeah, exactly.
Not all of us can be a robot, Dad.
Yeah. Your dad just like your grandpa, his dad?
Yeah, just like that.
He was talking quite a bit about. He's told me quite a bit about your grandpa, and he's kind of like, he gets it honest. He said, "I get it honest. I guess that's him, just like he is."
Yeah, they're spitting images of each other.
I can see where Mitchell get frustrated at me because I get frustrated at my dad. And they're the same way. I guess I can see it.
Yeah,
that's who I am. He says.
Yeah, he's not apologizing for it. He's just letting you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
He'll worry you to death about something. He's just a busybody. I mean, growing up, man, Saturday morning, all my friends would be like, "Oh yeah, man, I just woke up." Like my dad started slamming cabinets and telling me I was burning daylight at 6:30 this morning.
That's funny. That's exactly how I was. My dad was military, and you were up when he was up. It didn't matter.
Right.
It didn't matter that it doesn't matter every Friday night I was playing football, during football season, traveling 4 hours away to a game, getting back home at 3 in the morning. It didn't matter come Saturday if he was up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, you were up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what the night before. That's a new day. That was yesterday. That was your choice. Stay up late. He said, "We're getting up early. We're getting up early. We're doing laundry. We got lawn work to do, or we're cleaning out garage for the 15th time, and all that kind of BS, man." But I always thought that was the same way. That's funny.
Yeah, and if I ever did go to a party or something in high school, he would know. He didn't ever lecture me about it or anything, but that was the early mornings, and we were going to go put in a sprinkler system. We're going to go chop some wood. He'd have me throwing up within an hour and a half.
What?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Well, if you're going to stay out all night, you got to learn to hang with me."
You can't burn the candle at both ends, boy.
That's what they say. Come on. Yeah, he'd say, you won't do this next weekend, I guarantee it. I'd be out there puking my guts up. He caught me with tobacco one time, and he was like, all right, let's get one. Just sit down with me. I was like 14 or something. And he did. He just sat right there on the porch. He's like, let's each get one. He put a big one in his mouth. I put a big one in my mouth. 25 minutes later, I was hugging a bush, throwing up. He's like, you're going to throw that away, aren't you? I was like, yes, sir.
Oh, good parenting right there. I love it.
Yeah. He knew better than to tell me not to do it. He's like, let me show you why you don't need to do it. No, it was cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
You guys are funny.
Are we funny, Soto?
Yeah. I have to wake up early on Saturday to do work.
We do, man. I mean, that was real. I'm not kidding. All my buddies would be playing. And it was like summer jobs too.
The
So
Sotos of the world have got to sleep in and travel around the world, and
I didn't sleep in a lot. I did travel. I didn't sleep in a lot actually, but yeah.
I'll give you a for instance. So my first summer job, like all my buddies are lifeguards or they work at the YMCA or do something like that. My dad's like, I got a buddy of mine, and he said he'll hire you this summer. I was like, oh, awesome. What am I going to be doing? Well, he's a brick mason. You're going to be his helper. For 4 years, man, I ended up loving it. I made way more money than all my friends because I was a legitimate brick mason here in about 2.5 years. Like, I was laying block and stuff. But that's what I did. He picked me up every morning at the house at 4:30, dropped me off at 3. That was my summer job.
Nice.
Yeah. 110-degree heat.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Toting bricks and making mortar.
Yeah. That's there's this guy at Sanford, Chris Pitts. He was a good buddy of mine. He was a student there, but his dad he owned one of those companies, and they were building one of the buildings in Sanford. And so in the summer, I took summer courses. And I saw him working. I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm working here. I'm like, why? It's so hot. That guy, it was insane, bro. It was not, I don't know how people survive that stuff, man.
Well, I'd do that during the summer, and then in the school year, he would let me. I worked at a motorcycle shop during the school year, but during the summer, yeah, man. Toting bricks and blocks and climbing up scaffolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
I knew real quick I wanted to go to college.
Yeah.
Even though the guy that I worked for, I mean, he still had 97 cents, the first dollar he ever made, but he killed it. I mean, he made unbelievable money, had a great life, just an all-around good guy. But, I mean, it was amazing just being honest and doing good work, like what he did, the amount of business he had. He had no idea what he had. You know, he was just a good old boy that was really good at laying brick, but, I mean, he could have had an empire. He had that many jobs. I mean, that many leads coming in. He couldn't fill them. You know, he'd be like, oh, yeah, I just turned down 15 or 16 jobs because I'm going to help Susie over there in Midland City get her porch built for her. He was just a good dude. He wore a long-sleeve button-down shirt every day.
Yeah.
Said it kept him cooler.
Yeah.
So you should do that. Get you a little job like roofing or something. You want to know how it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did roofing for one day.
That's no joke.
Yeah, it's I don't understand why people choose to do it in the summer. Why are we doing this in the summer?
I mean, you have to, but I mean, they make good. If you're a good roofing crew, you can have a good business, man.
Well, yeah, have a great business. It's just you got the keeping the guys is the issue.
That's the thing, yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, those guys aren't a lot of roofers, you know, that are actually doing the hard labor all the time. They're kind of rough people anyway, and they don't want to. I mean, I've been involved in my grandfather had a roofing company, and so I did a lot of that during the summer growing up, and That's what they got.
That's the hardest. I think that's the
hard
worst.
work, man.
That is the worst.
You get out, your back hurts, man. You get out there, you're hot. You're just constantly leaning over. It sucks, dude.
Those shingles are so heavy.
They are, man.
Yeah, they're like shingles, those shingle boxes. They're like, yeah, just throw them up on the roof. I'm like, I can't throw this out 10 feet in the air. Yeah,
It is so heavy.
Yeah, 50, 60-pound bundles, man.
We had this guy come to our house when I was a kid. He was one of Dad's friends from high school. He had this pick line hanging out of his chest. And I got to kind of know him, and I was like, hey, what's that line hanging out of your chest? He was like, about 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I went for a couple rounds of treatment and just didn't like the way it made me feel, so I never went back. I was like, oh. Was a tough man right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just never went back. 15 years, he was still clicking up there roofing. I don't know if we're going to get anything.
Yeah, I got a trade here.
Where at?
Looking, I was at 22 flat.
22 flat to short?
To go short.
Yeah, I looked at that earlier, but I didn't get it. I would have gone in at 21 3/4 if I was going to do it, but I chose not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a long trade at
20 and a quarter?
Half,
just 20 even?
20 even. Yeah, I mean, definitely can be one, yeah.
She burnt me once today, though.
Yeah.
She burned me once today.
That's literally 20 even has already burned me. I am not happy with it. Did y'all read about that Delta flight that plummeted out of the sky yesterday?
No,
Yeah, man.
no. What
Yeah. Something went wrong with the plane. They don't know, but they went from 40,000 feet to 10,000 feet in less than 7 minutes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, everyone on the plane was praying and crying and calling loved ones, and the oxygen masks were all deployed. And anyway, the pilots landed it in Tampa. It was going to Fort Lauderdale from Atlanta.
Wow.
Yes. This is not the time to be flying right now. The next couple of weeks, I would definitely not be on a plane.
I appreciate it.
There's so much stuff going on
That's
now.
just flying across the world.
Especially flying over Russia. That's just like asking for it. Like, at this point, I don't care about living. Let me fly over Russia.
Are you talking about if they were to shoot at it?
Yeah, man, they're actually really good at doing that.
Well, my thing is, and I'm going to be honest with you, I in no shape or form want to go anytime soon. But if I'm in a plane and the way I go is a missile hits it, I am okay with that. Because I feel like that will be very quick. I do not, however, want to take a slow ride all the way down into the ocean.
That would be devastating, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, surviving, they can survive the crash, but now you're out on the ocean with it. The wild
I just don't want that ride down, bro.
Yeah. Most likely you will pass out, though, before you even head down, so just kind of, the G-forces there.
Most likely I will, yeah, for sure. My heart will seize up.
Yeah, I'm not
You
just
have a heart
you.
attack before everything happens.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to die of. It's a heart attack, not the crash.
Yeah, I'll lock up, trust me.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, dude. It's 11:25 for me. I'm going to go ahead and call it. And
All right.
I'm not taking any other trades right now, so you guys can stay on and trade if you'd like. But let's go ahead.
I'm going to go run some errands.
Yeah, I got to do
And I will hopefully be able to sign back in one of these days. I'll shoot y'all a text.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, man.
And keep up with y'all while I'm over there.
yeah, your wedding is this Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday at 5.
Yeah, man, congrats.
something
Yeah,
like that.
congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, and enjoy it. Have fun.
I will.
Let me update this real quick here. Soto, you made your first point this morning, right?
That's correct, yes.
But let me ask you, on that very first trade you took, were you trailing from the get-go? Did you trail on that first trade? Did you take a point and then your second position move into a tick?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many did you get out of that? A point and a quarter or a point?
Just a point and a quarter. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I need to put in there, point and a quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
0 the loss, so point and a quarter. So good job there, man. Good job. So for the individual trading, you got your point and a quarter this morning, so that was good. We're up we're up $463 in that account thus far. So we're up 46% as a individual one contract trader, trading 1 point, winning 1 point, losing 1 point. So that's almost 50%, man. That's great, you know. So $463 compounded there. That's good. So excellent. So as a team, we got to figure this one out real quick here.
Thank you, Soto, this week.
Yeah, buddy.
Good job, Soto. So all right, let's figure this out. I lost. Soto lost. I
lost 1. Yeah.
Mitch lost 1. I lost 3 because I had a wider stop. But maybe I should take that off since it was a different method. I'm gonna take that out since it was different methods. Soto, what did you won?
I lost. So I guess the easiest way to put it is because you just have to put down. So I netted 3.5, and I lost. I guess 1.5, 2.5.
So you won 6 total, right?
Yes.
And won 6 total and lost 2.5. Okay, so that's what I need.
Yes,
so for
yes,
total,
that's accurate. Yeah.
Total, we won 6, but we lost 3.5 total. Okay, still 2.5 net, so that's good.
No, 3 point. Oh, I'm sorry. Mine is 3.5 net.
I understand, yeah, but you had 6 total, right? And then you lost 2.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So. And then so we lost 1. Say what?
I'm still on the. Sorry, hang on. Let me mute it, guys. This is my dad.
Oh, okay.
Tell him what's hello.
Yeah, tell him what's up. But anyway, all right. So 2.5. So we netted positive 75. So good job. Still up to.
Good.
So we're actually up in this account $1,828. So doing very well in that account. Total net total though is 28.28. So that's very good, man. But the big thing to look at here is as an individual trader, you're taking your one contract and you're winning 1 point or losing 1 point, and we're taking that out of the first trade of the day, either by Mitchell or Soto. That's when we're recording here. So Soto made a point and a quarter this morning on the first position. So good job there. So in that account right now, you're up $463. So about 46% of your account you're up, which is pretty awesome in a matter of less than a month, man. So that's really cool. So this is a 20th,
man.
20th
I gotta get on the ball
trading.
now when I get back.
Yeah.
I got a lot of catching up to do, Soto.
Yeah, so that's the 20th day of the trading, and you're up $463, 46%. So that's good. That's really, really good. So, all right, good job, man. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Everybody can see that now. So that's been taken down. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. But Mitchell, congratulations, man. Have a great wedding. Good luck on you. Be careful. Have fun on your vacation, man, and enjoy it.
We'll see y'all.
Get her done.
We'd love for you to be able to chime in if you can. That'd be cool.
From Thailand.
That would be awesome, man. We'd love it.
All
right, dude. We'll see you later. All right, Soto. We'll holler at you later, man. Good job, dude. Good job. So let me get this fixed here, and then we'll kind of call it. And well, if I can get this to go up, that would be good. Hold on a minute here. Alright, I'm still messing around here, guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get our outro ready, but I can't seem to get it to go up volume-wise here. Alright, well, anyway, I was going to do the outro, but oh well, it is what it is. I guess we're having trouble with it today now, so there we go. Maybe that's it. Alright, here we go. See ya.
You've You've been listening and watching the Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge. Live stream. Remember, we're live daily, 9 to 11. And BK, Soto, and Mitchell are here to help. The Titan Futures 1 Day Point a Day Challenge, where anyone can learn how to day trade the futures market. Till next time.